victory for the beloved Bayou Bengals. Tiger Stadium, home of LSU. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Georgia Bulldogs taking on the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Takes the handoff. It's Durham. Past the first down marker and still running. There he goes to the left. It's a running room. Past the tag. Touchdown LSU. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game, you know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's White. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He could go up. Oh, man, really? Coughing it up? Looked like he was going to do some damage, take that thing back to the house, and instead he coughs it up and gives it to the other team.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Back to throw, it's Stockton. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Trying to set up the screen. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him, and now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
in short. They'll go to the power running game. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And you can do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clogged.
Makes the catch. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Getting a little fancy with a give to the wide receiver here. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
That's something you don't see too often, running reverses on third down. The money down in the red zone, but when you've got ability like this guy has, you just got to find ways to get him the football. After the reverse, open field, he uses the speed, takes it in for the score.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He's going for the big play. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Makes the catch. It's Green. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at fourth.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Going right to work up top. Quickly to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but it makes life really easy on that second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Grab near the marker. marker, it's Frazier. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Really great job by the running back there on the angle route on third down. He sold it as if he was running to the flat, and at the last second put his foot in the ground and crossed the defender's face, making that an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
To the air on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Young. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
No good. And after the first quarter miss, guys, we're still tied up.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making the play.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Anderson. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Grossmeyer. Got out of trouble and throws. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play, and now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, and a lot of times it requires shifting your goals, and this is not how you want it to start, but how can we win this week?
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. From the gun, running back on the move.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's dealt. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
To throw, it's Stockton. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? So now it's second and long. From the gun, running back gets to give.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could...
It's a seam wide open. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball for 33. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU, and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win an athlete.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. It must be great to be a Georgia linebacker. Coming downhill with speed, defensive front eats up blockers, and you make the play.
It is nice, and it's nice because usually they got 3 guys in front of you. They're eating 5. And those linebackers get to come downhill, make plays in the backfield like you saw right here.
He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down.
Man, now and if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good 4th down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. They've got the screen set up. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Works the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the right. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Buys a little time with his feet. That's reeled in, it's Durham. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot, and I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Pulls it in. It's sharp. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
That's a great example of quarterbacks trusting their targets when throwing vertically down the field. There are a lot of quarterbacks that might have shied away from that throw because on the corner route, that receiver was covered, but this QB knew. I've practiced with this guy. We've been in games before, and I know if I just give him a shot, if I can just put it somewhere within his catch radius, this guy is athletic enough to go up and make a big play for me, and you saw that confidence on him.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Nussmeier. And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, that was beautiful clock job by this offense sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. He'll bring it out. It's White. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Start the third quarter with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Hines is tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Pressure coming. That's caught. It's Thomas. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down. Georgia lining up to fire it away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. From the gun, the ground game. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Hand off to the single back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Oh, they're after him. Finds his man. It's Anderson. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but now before a big 10-yard pickup. Death Valley has a everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Well, they'll pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to throw, it's Gus Meyer. He's got it. Stopped right at the 2-yard line after the catch, and it'll be first down, goal to go.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
With the run on first and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Touchdown, Tiger! Put it in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The give to the back. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going in offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough to bring up the time.
They run the reverse. Pass to Sticks still on his feet. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
There's a lot of ways to run the football. You can do it conventionally, handing it off. You can do it with the QB run. How about getting the wide receiver involved, though, on the reverse? Perfectly executed. He's able to get to the outside. That's a really nice gain for the offense.
The Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Here's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. And off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job by the defense that time, bowling up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Looking to the big tight end. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to it, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a really nice catch there, and I know LSU goes by the moniker of DBU, but you take a look at all the draft picks they've had in recent years, and this guy and his talent, they may be getting consideration soon of joining teams like Alabama and Ohio State for wide receiver year. This guy is really good.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Now the play fake. And the pass falls incomplete, and we played 3. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Wants to throw again. Makes the grab. It's Brown. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist. And he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure?
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
Fires downfield. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Got a man. It's Bell. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Thomas. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 by.
Got it in stride at the 15. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's It's where this offense will go back to work.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football.
There he goes! Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you've got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, and get out of here with the dub.
Off the play fake. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The quick out. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
LSU 24, Georgia 14.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. To the air, it's Stockton. Got it in the middle, it's Frazier. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking for a huge play. He's got it at the 15. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. To the air on 1st down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. sharp. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room.
Man, you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Now on first down from the 28. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got it behind the lines. It's sharp. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
So difficult because my eyes tell me he's a defensive guy. He's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking wrong. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that guy.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The receiver is incomplete. It's second down.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.